Alright, now, hopefully everything goes fine. Let's switch characters. I'm gonna go with my buddy Chris here, which you can see is already pretty much decked out. We're gonna select the story point at the very start of the level. And that's how you can replay main missions in this game, by the way. Which is kind of awesome. I really like this about this game, that the fact that you can go back and play all the missions you want, whenever you want, at whatever level you want. But that's about the only good thing I can say about the state of the game right now. It crashes a lot. Suffice to say. Alright, now, so ideally we should spawn, yes. We are spawning right where we left off when we ended the prologue. So hold on though, before we go on, let me quickly show you a few things about my character so you know what we're getting into. So we are a Technomancer. Technomancer, well, he does more damage with long-range weapons. He heals whenever he shoots, which is a key ability. Like whenever you do damage, you also do healing. And we have various abilities. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but suffice to say, I'm relying on Toxic and Freeze like a lot. Like a lot. Now these are the skills I'm using. Blighted rounds inflict Toxic on enemies. This is a turret that shoots ice and freezes people. And finally I have a gadget that I can throw in the ground. This is kind of a panic skill. Whenever somebody gets too close to me, I can freeze him with this skill. Whenever I get surrounded by too many enemies. Alright, so that's, I guess, a fair introduction. Now let's go ahead. Now bear in mind, this is high difficulty right now. We are on World Tier 9, and I'm playing single player. So you're getting to see a bit of high difficulty gameplay right now. But it's more fun this way, I think. I mean, we could go through all the easy stuff with the character, but that's not too much fun for you. I mean, there's a lot of people playing like tier 15 out there, which is usually easier in co-op. Like, this game was designed for co-op. You're having a much easier time if you play with a friend. But we do like a challenge. So I'm gonna go solo as always. Alright, now we have to be kind of smart about how we deal. Let me know if the sound is too loud, because these weapons can get loud. Man, the auto-aim is screwing with me right now. That's what I was talking earlier. I cannot aim too fast because the auto-aim is kind of forcing me to aim slower. That's when I'm having trouble in this game, where enemies are moving behind me a bit too fast. Oh jeez, there's a guy here? So you can kind of see, oh man, I have to turn down the music a bit, hold on. Like, this is getting very loud right now. No, it is how it sounds. Unfortunately, the guns do sound a bit distorted. This is because I'm using a toxic skill. It's supposed to be an effect, but yeah. It does kind of sound a little bit distorted. Let me know if you want me to get this louder again. But I kind of feel with the distortion of the weapons, it kind of sounds a bit unpleasing. But if you guys want me to set this higher again, I will. So you can see I have an ability, a melee ability that freezes enemies, which is very key, especially whenever somebody gets too close. Is it okay? Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at this level then. Alright, and these are kind of the tougher enemies of the game. Whenever you see on the minimap a skull, that means it is a tough enemy, and you can see how many bullets it takes for this guy to die. Same here, it's okay for you, Dylan, as well? Nice, good to hear. Alright, let me know if something changes. It is weird to find the correct sound levels for this game. Alright, now let's get back into the story. As I said, in this universe there are some special guys, us included, that have special abilities. So I guess now we're gonna meet the first of them.
Smell the storm in your blood, your stink of Enoch. Your kind are abominations, exile.
Who the hell are you?
Outrider. Impossible. Such untapped power, such confusion. You want answers. Whatever you were before, you're something new now. A second life. Don't waste it.
Yep, exactly. The storm is to blame, Paul.
Who was that?
Lord Seth? He's altered. I'm just a little man. A little man.
Altered? What the fuck does that mean?
You. You don't know what you are. Where'd you steal that uniform?
Didn't, it's mine.
Yeah? If you's really an outrider, then you fights on the wrong side, Altered.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. The Grand Marshal, she'll explain. Come.
So they actually call this the anomaly. It's kind of an electricity source on this planet that screws up with everything. And that's why you're gonna see that humanity right now cannot make use of any electronics whatsoever.
Where is she?
There.
What is that?
Go.
And this is kind of how the world looks
Whatever you have to do, Lieutenant.
30 years after.
Shira?
You're alive.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
You came from their side. You got any intel for us?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, I got a war to win, so either you help me or you get back into cryo.
Hold on. I've just woken up to mud and shit. I've been asleep for God knows how many years.
31 years. So for 31 years, I've been seeing people fight and die while you were getting comfy in cryo. So excuse me for not throwing you a little welcome party.
What happened to you?
The anomaly! That's what happened.
You mean that storm?
We told them not to land. Anything more advanced than a grease engine got fried. All our data wiped out. We couldn't grow crops or make medicine, so we ended up in the same place as when we left Earth. Just killing each other over the little we have left.
Why didn't you go somewhere else? The Outriders could have...
The Outriders are dead,
What?
and the anomaly keeps us in this fucking valley. We can't go anywhere else. You don't get it, do you? You think you're dreaming? This is real. Believe me, it's fucking real. So whether you like it or not, you're stuck here in the mud and shit like the rest of us. You should have never woken up.
I didn't miss out on all this.
Grand Marshal, we were too late. The Hounds have him. He's been taken underground.
Well, get him back.
Well, it may be our side, but that's not our turf, ma'am. I'm not losing people over Yakub.
Jakob. He's still alive?
Not for much longer, it seems.
Then I'll go find him.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Never mind. We've got it covered.
So there you go, that's the basic premise of the game. 30 years after, we wake up and we find humans fighting with each other over scraps because the same way Earth went down, the same way here, we do not have enough natural resources to sustain everybody. The storm, as you said, Paul, the anomaly, which you can see kind of bluish over there, is keeping us in this valley, which kind of makes it difficult for humans to go outside and find resources that are essential to surviving. 31 years, says Paul. It's not that bad. And also, if electronics are not working, then wire lights and radio. Well, I'm not sure exactly how this goes. You're gonna see a lot of things working. I'm guessing most things work with like gasoline or fossil fuels and things like that. I bet you can power some lights with that, but electronic equipment, like everything that's kind of screwed by an EMP pulse, I guess it's gone. I'm not sure how to explain this, but it is what it is. You're gonna see it like that. You do not have computers and stuff like that. Alright, now descend into the Hound's warehouse and save Jakub. Jakub is still alive, albeit he's 30 years older, obviously. And you're gonna see the world is kind of divided in factions.
Please, I haven't eaten for days.
There is like this, what's going on here? Is he gonna let him fall or not? How long is gonna leave him hanging? Alright, let's go into the warehouse. Yeah, no Wi-Fi. Exactly. Like, I don't fully understand it myself, I'll be honest with you. Suffice to say, you cannot make full use of technology.
I'm looking for Jakub Dabrowski. Go away.
Not that easy.
Listen, asshole. You got a gun pointed right at your...
Ooh, the things that we can do. Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on, let me use my special bullets. Oh jeez. Alright, that thing I'm throwing, by the way, that is a cryo turret. I'm using it mainly as a distraction. You know, something for enemies to play with and ignore me. Haven't really leveled it up too much. For damage, I'm mostly relying on my own powers. I think we can upgrade the sound a bit. Hold on. Make it a bit louder now. Nice. Alright, descend into the house warehouse to save Jacob. So right now we're doing kind of basic missions. So you can see kind of how I'm using ice and toxicity in my build. Like I'm using toxicity for my main damage. And then I'm using ice kind of defensively to freeze people and do not let them advance towards me. It is a build that works brilliantly against humans. I do have some troubles against bosses though. So by the way, you can see I have 2 ice skills. I have like this gadget that I'm throwing, which is very powerful. Ices up everybody around me. And then I have my melee ability, which is like this thing that I can do to ice one enemy that's advancing towards me.
Now, where's Jacob?
By the way, one brilliant thing about this game, you can press a button and auto-loot everything in the area, which is kind of awesome. I wish more games would do that. I'm back, and I think I missed 25%. No, Kenzie, you didn't miss too much. Actually, we're very early on. We just need to save Jacob right now. That ice thing is OP, yes. I'm kind of using it that way. Because I do not let anybody come close to me, and if they come, then I have 2 ice skills ready for them. That's kind of my playstyle. Let's hope it works out. It doesn't always.
Hey!
Whoa. Whoa, sorry, guys. I thought this was the bathroom. You okay?
I had it under control.
Been a while.
I know you.
Ah, come on.
Kurva! Then I thought you were dead.
You'll soon be dead if you don't get your ass to Shears right now.
Sure. All right. Come meet me there when you're ready.
Ah, good, Jacob. Alright. Now let's loot everything. Hold on.
Shira, I got Jacob out in one piece. He's on his way to you.
That old drunk just refuses to die. Well, you should come join us. We have some catching up to do.
That stormtrooper aim point blank. Oh yeah. Alright, so hold on. Where do we need to go? Reunion? Yeah, let's just go fast travel to the camp. The map is kind of difficult to read at times. You never really know where you are, but we're gonna make use of the GPS system in this game. You can kind of use this line to guide you. Oh yeah, you know, Paul, this game is gonna be very cringe. Like, be prepared for that. I told you guys in the beginning, this is like an 80s Sylvester Stallone movie, so yeah, be fully prepared for that. A lot of cringe one-liners coming up.
No, because he won't. Because he can do what the fuck he wants.
Hey, never been so happy to see a familiar face. You haven't aged a day.
You got old, my friend. In the hallway, that was Seth. What was he doing here?
Ignoring our pleas for help.
I thought he was on your side.
Seth, he's not on anyone's side. The insurgents have altered their walking nightmares. We're lucky Seth shows up to fight them back sometimes, but only if it fits whatever the hell game he's playing. Hey, damn it.
You have no idea how bad it is, Outrider. We thought we escaped the apocalypse. We thought we could start over again here. But we were wrong. I was wrong.
Shira.
Do you know why I'm in charge? Because I'm the only officer left alive. The insurgents at our door, they're feral, sadistic. They have us surrounded. We're low on food and bullets. And if those freaks don't kill us, this planet will!
Welcome back.
The black fungus in the forest. We never found a cure. The mountains are filled with abominations. And the anomaly storms get bigger every year. We don't have much time left. If we don't find a way out of this valley, if we don't find a miracle, this last shred of humanity is over.
Shira.
Well, would you look at that?
I can do things now. I don't understand, but maybe there's a reason.
Yes, you are. I guess I know why I saved your damn life all those years ago.
I'm sure this isn't exactly what you had in mind.
I'm not complaining.
Still, I don't get it. The day we landed, that storm, it tore Cuthbert apart, but not me. Why? Why was I...
Altered? Who the hell knows? When those storms hit, some get ripped inside out, some turn pink polka dot, and a few come back. Fucking immortal.
Nothing about the anomaly makes sense. It disrupts the laws of nature. It mutates whatever it touches. Early on, the ECA's best scientists tried to understand the storms, to tame them. None survived.
I guess you got lucky, boss. Or maybe not.
All I care about is that you are on our side. Our only supply line is blocked by an altar that our weapons cannot touch. Out by the old solar array. Seth had no interest in helping us, but now, you're here.
Hell, why not? Maybe I can buy humanity another day.
Lieutenant? What the hell was that?
The whole front line just collapsed! Like an earthquake, all right? I think we lost our whole first line of defenses!
On my way. Go, go, go!
Hey, in case I don't get another chance, I tried to find you. But it all went to shit. We had to run for our lives.
Forget it. I'm alive. We should have been dead 10 times over, if not for Tanner, if not for Shira. I'm the one with dues to pay now, Yakum.
Boss, I missed you. It's good to have you back. Now go beat that Altered's ass for us, so we can get back in this goddamn fight.
Well, Paul, that's the why they call it an anomaly. Because nobody understands it, I guess. And as Paul says, we are waiting for your OnlyFans. Oh boy, who started the craze with the OnlyFans, I wonder?
Ryder, be careful out there. It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. Shira, I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
So if you make it back in one piece, come and ask me. But I don't promise I'll have all the answers.
Well, I do need to get more fans though in order to have an OnlyFans. There is that slight problem. Well, who knows? Maybe one day. All right, now let's get to the action.